Okay, here we go. Independent Mega Show.
He's about to get crazy and wild. Stay for a while. Don't touch your radio dial.
Mega Show.
Kicking it back, sports talk. Listen to that and stay tuned for some giggles and laughs. Go.
Yeah, you always want every year to end great. Unfortunately, in sports, it doesn't work that way. There's going to be 32 teams in the league, and they're all very competitive, and only one of them is really going to feel good at the end of the year. So there's many teams that won tonight. There's going to be 7 of the 8 that don't feel great at the end of the year, and that's why it feels good to be when you're on top, you know, when you win it all, and it's a great feeling.
Welcome to the Planet Mikey Show.
Feels good to be on top.
Oh, yeah.
That's what she said last night. That's what she said last night. All right, I'm okay now. I had to get that out. You know, you can use that line for almost anything. Seriously, say anything. Go ahead. Just make a statement. Go ahead.
My ass hurts.
That's what she said last night. We welcome back for the, is it the record-breaking 4th or 5th time? I don't know. How many times have you been on this podcast, Jerry Thornton?
They all kind of blend together. I just think that the last time I was here, you told me I've been here more than anybody else, and now we're added another one. So I think I'm adding to my.
You're like the GOAT.
Yeah, I've broken a record previously set by me, but it really does prove a fundamental truth of my life, which is I have nothing better to do. You know, it's not
Why do you think we're here?
It's not like you pulled me away from some, art gallery opening or meeting with.
I gave Jerry a poetic description of this Samuel Adams bottle.
Yes.
And he slowly broke down and decided he would come and be on the podcast.
You know, I'm trying to get them as a sponsor. I told them I'd do anything, including name my son Andrew Samuel Adams.
Jerry did a spot for Sam Adams once.
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
But
I'm a real easy lay, clearly, when it comes to this. Again, what would I be doing? I'd just be sitting at stately Thornton Manor, having a snifter of brandy, putting on my, tuxedo, because it's almost after
Anybody
6.
that uses the word snifter, I already don't trust.
Do you wear an ascot?
Snifter? I barely knew her.
Do you have an ascot that you wear with that?
Of course I do. I'm not a farmer.
Silk?
Yeah, who is the
smoking jacket?
Who was that pitcher that had the Fister? What's his name?
Doug Fister.
Doug Fister. I don't even. I used that 47 times on EEI in the night show. They wonder why I'm not there anymore.
What'd you do with Rusty Kuntz for the old
man,
70s? He was a 70s player. 80s for
Kuntz.
Cleveland.
Yeah, as if it was really pronounced Kuntz. Kuntz.
How many moms saw their kids, the autograph her kids got? What? How dare you?
Where have you been?
I'm writing an angry worded letter to management.
Speaking of sponsors, though, we have. I'm very proud of these guys because I got my new car. Did you see my car out there?
Yeah.
I got it totally repaired by the professionals at Pro Automotive of Webster, Massachusetts, and they put the pro back in professional automotive repair. Yeah. The official auto repair facility of Planet Mikey. Whatever ails your vehicle, here's my cell line.
By the way, did they detail that car? It looks beautiful. When you pulled into the driveway, I thought, wow.
I did that. I rubbed some Armor All on my ass, and then I just smooshed around on the seats, and you saw it. It's beautiful.
It looks like you could do some mob hits in there.
It's got that new, or some kind of hits. It's got that new car smell.
Yeah.
But anyway, never mind that. They brand new brakes on it, too. It's an 08 with 47,000 miles. It's a black Mercury Grand Marquis, and I love that vehicle.
It looks showroom condition.
Yeah. It looks like, and nobody under the age of 50 is going to get this reference, but it looks like Ricardo Montalban should be doing the commercial.
Fine Corinthian leather.
Yes.
A tattoo. What are your favorite M&Ms? The plane, boss. Remember that? Whatever ails your vehicle, Pro Automotive has the cure, and the Cure FM. We're also brought to you by My Grandma's Coffee Cake, of which our guest.
What was that tagline again for the automotive?
Pro Automotive of Webster and Dudley. Whatever ails your vehicle, Pro Automotive has the cure. Thank you for adding effects to that. Also, My Grandma's Coffee Cake, who've been totally responsive to all of our coffee cake needs. Jerry Thornton will get one. By the way, Jerry Thornton, what flavor do you want to have of the coffee cake? There's cinnamon walnut, Granny Smith apple, there's blueberry, there's pineapple coconut, there's chocolate, there's...
Apple and blueberry are on the short list of flavors that are good in any way you serve them. Like if blueberry beer is outstanding. You could serve it as an entree, as a dessert, or whatever. But you know what I think? But I'm going to go blueberry.
Blueberry,
By God.
yeah.
And the last one you sent me, I think, was the apple. And we were recently married in a beautiful civil ceremony after we'd lived in sin for a while. All those things are phenomenal.
Why they put that hole right in the middle of that delicious cake? It makes it convenient. By the way,
I barely
apple
brushed the sides, though.
There's a couple things apple does not taste great with. And you're right. Generally, it's true. But there's one or two things I can think of where apple doesn't fit. It's like, apple pus. It's not that good.
I don't know. Who's your apple pus guy? Because I've gotten some really good ones. Cherry is a crapshoot. Like, you know what? If it comes in a candy or a lozenge or a sauce or whatever,
Right.
a lot of times it can just be Robitussin.
Well, or sometimes it could be like the dingleberry of a muskox. They throw those in there as a joke.
That's what I hear. Yeah.
You know, so those are two of our sponsors, our fine sponsors. We have others, and we'll get to that. We like to keep you a little bit in suspense. But Jerry Thornton from Barstool Sports is here, and whenever he's here, it's a good time, everybody, here at the ballpark. We got so much to talk about. Let's just start with what he obviously wants to talk about. Tom Brady's finale last night, as it were. And Belichick. Let's talk about the Brady-Belichick dynamic.
Also, I hear rumors from different people who say that there's a possibility, or at least it's being discussed in some circles, that Brady may actually return to the Patriots.
Yeah, I don't.
Your thoughts?
I don't see that happening. And my relationship with Tom Brady remains complicated. You know, that there's still some affection there, but at the same time, he did leave us on St. Patrick's Day of 2020 at 8:30 in the morning. Not
Right.
that I'm scarred by it or whatever.
No, not like it's a black letter date on your calendar.
Yeah, and I wish I could forget him in some ways, at least until he retires, because there's a part of me that wants to root against him. I have friends who, like, literally will root for the Patriots and for Brady. And I'm like, you're like the child of divorce who's like, yay, 2 Christmases. Like, again, he left us.
Yeah, but the problem with that is, and it's a great reference, the child of divorce, where you pick sides. No, you can't. You have to love both of them equally.
But what if
To be fair.
What if one parent is still there every day, putting dinner on the table, making sure you get your homework done,
Ask him when mom's coming
giving
home.
you chicken soup when you're sick or whatever, and the other one ran down to Florida with his new spouse and is like living this perfect life without you,
Flipping her like a pancake down there.
His whole life has been pretty much, prior to this year, like an Instagram photo of him doing hard hands around the sunset at a beach or something.
All right, I get it. I get it now.
And
So it's an asshole you're talking about.
Well, I mean, he's living a good life.
deserter.
And that's what I can't forgive. I need, anytime you've had a breakup, no matter how amicable the split, you want that other person to just go to hell without you. You want them, like, gain a bunch of weight, stop grooming.
Now, what if you had money on the game last night? Would you be more fond of Brady going in if you had money on Brady? He lost, but it wasn't his fault that he lost.
Well,
his team sucks.
He didn't wrap himself in glory either.
He's got no targets. He's got no offensive line protection. He's got no defense.
No targets.
He sucks.
Mike Evans is really, really good. Godwin's really good. He's got targets. The offensive line does suck. There's no denying that.
Okay, but the targets didn't perform. They didn't. It was a terrible game. It was the worst I've ever seen Brady in a big game.
Is it too outrageous to say that he was better off just retiring before just staying retired? Because
don't you want him to come back in a Patriots uniform for one more and announce before this is my final season?
No, because again, you know what I want? If it's the Tom Brady that I had in, like, prior to, say, 2017, the guy who could not be outworked. Rodney Harrison told the story about coming to the team and going, all right, I'm going to get to the gym nice and early. These guys have a reputation. They work hard. He gets there. Brady's already there. Goes, oh, would you sleep in? So he goes, the next day I got there half an hour earlier. Brady's, like, already lifting weights and stuff, going, oh, would your alarm
He was
clock
only
work?
40 then.
He goes, I just couldn't beat him there. This year, this Tom Brady takes 11 days off in the middle of training camp and then gets, like, Wednesdays off, like he's a mom who's gone to 80% working hours, so she can, like, have, like, more time
Goes
with
to
the
Kraft's wedding the night before a game.
But he's like Johnny
to
Carson
Kraft's
in his
wedding,
last
and then
couple
flies on his own from Manhattan to Pittsburgh while everybody else, like, took a separate plane. Like, he's a different cat. You can say, well, he's older and stuff like that.
But he didn't do any of that when he was on the Patriots.
You think Giselle
could not be outworked.
You think Giselle had an effect on his lifestyle?
Hello. She would on mine.
I mean, with the planes and the fashions and all this sort of stuff.
Well, it was a thing that I liked even more about him when he was here is that he was getting to the gym that early, and what bed was he crawling out of to go like get in shape? Like, you know what I mean? Like he didn't lift up the covers and go, okay, you know what? I'm going in late today. You know,
It was a Sealy Posturepedic.
Did he have to lift up the covers? I mean, let's face it, he was used to that.
You know, I think he was highly motivated, let's say, to be a good football player.
Yeah.
And
So she woke him up
then
middle of
she's
the night
out of the
again.
picture
He's
and
like,
he needed-
again?
Yeah, and look, I also think in the chicken and egg thing of did she like help kind of set back his career this year, or was it him doing? I think it was that story came out about him doing the footsie thing with the Dolphins while he's under contract with the Patriots in 2019, by the way. Yeah. And I was at that last game. They win, they get a bye week in the playoffs. He loses to a Ryan Fitzpatrick-led Dolphins team while we now know he was talking to that very team's owner about jettison the pod on the Patriots and coming to join them. That's sketchy as hell. And I just think
but
when
if anything in that situation, if you're Tom Brady, you go, no, I want to beat this team so they have a worse record, so they have a better draft pick.
That was the game down Miami?
I don't mean to suggest that he threw the game, but clearly he wasn't all invested in the 2019 Patriots.
That's
and that's the reason he walked around with a puss on his face. Kevin Meaney, the puss. Who told him about the puss?
Did I tell you how
walking around with a puss on your face?
He came on my show and was drunk on TV, on NECM when I had the Sports World show.
No kidding.
Kevin Meaney came on drunk. I mean, he was shit-faced. And he's going, I don't care. And he's sliding off his chair. He's on the floor. This is live TV. And I said, get up, Kevin. We can't. He gets, how did out, though? You know, and he was at his, afterwards he goes, you guys don't have any marijuana, do you? I said, you're talking to the right guy.
Was he hilarious?
He was great. Yeah, he was great.
He sold him an ounce for $500.
I gave him one.
God rest
I like
his
when he
soul.
talked about his mom.
What about her?
Didn't he always talk about he would become her? Is it?
Upstairs all night long. I hear you rolling. Your father doesn't roll.
We're non-rolling people.
Yeah, we're big pants people. Go put your big pants on. The Lobermans are coming.
He was great.
Those stuff.
Now-
those are like songs, like his bits.
I can't believe he's dead.
I know.
There's so many. Sam Kinison, so many comedians that were great are dead.
Yeah.
Now, back to football for a second here,
okay.
because I have a thing with I love Belichick, okay? And I've known the guy since 86, whatever, New York Giants. You know, he was the defensive coordinator.
Yes.
For the New York Giants, and I used to go down there and cover the games, and he was just great. And I've always been a big fan of his, you know, because people, he's gruff and he's rough and he's tough and he doesn't give you good answers and he's mean. Look, you just look at all you got with him is look at the record, okay? And by the way, his record, as unbelievable as it is was done in an era of free agency, people leaving teams. Not only that, the strength of schedule thing that he had to deal with. He was always in.
What's his record without Tom Brady?
Hold on a second. What's Tom Brady's record without Belichick?
He's got a Super Bowl ring. It's much better than Bills.
This year was identical.
All right, my point being here.
Made the playoffs.
What was Belichick up against? He was up against drafting last or near last every single year, playing the toughest schedule or nearly the toughest schedule every single year, and then you had the psychological aspect of all the teams. So they want to beat Belichick. They want to beat the great team, so they get fired up for these games against New England.
And Mikey, they took 2 first-round picks away from him, and then a handful of like mid-round picks for nothing.
So in defense of him,
the strength of schedule thing, that's a myth because it's essentially predetermined. You're still playing your AFC East opponents 2 times each, so that's 6 games.
How many times did he play Peyton Manning so they could get good ratings for the NFL?
Yeah, they did play that a lot, but it's predetermined by which other division are you playing? Okay, this year we're going to be playing the AFC West, and what if that division sucks that year? Well, so it doesn't mean your strength of schedule is that great, and the AFC East wasn't very good.
Those other games, so it was 2 in a 16-game schedule. Now it's 3. Is determined by how you finish. So the third place team. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to.
You're saying I don't want to put too fine a point on
What
it.
I'm saying is 6 of those games are already predetermined to be your divisional opponents.
Okay.
Then another 3 or another 4.
It's the same for every division.
So 10 games are already determined what it's going to be,
but
right?
You're saying strength of schedule
actually,
is not a thing?
14, because...
No, I'm saying it's overstated.
So 6 are against your division.
14.
4 in your conference, 4 in the other conference. So right there, there's 14. And so those other 2 games are, like to Mikey's point, they would always face Indy because both teams would always finish first place. They didn't get like
or Denver when they were But still, the larger point being that this league has been set up for about 30 years to punish success or make it hard to have sustained excellence and to envelop parity.
Yes, and the salary cap or whatever, guys, you win, your guys become attractive to other teams, they get the big money to leave. Same thing with your coaches. Look at the coaches that he's lost over the years.
With this argument that goes on constantly on sports talk radio. I used to work in sports talk radio some years ago.
Well, you were employed. Work? It never seemed like work when you were doing it, Mike. It just seemed like, all right, now the mic's on and Mikey's cleaning up his language, but it's the same Mikey otherwise when the light was off.
It's always been, though, the Brady, Brady versus Belichick. Well, you know what? They both, honestly, were mutually dependent on each other for these unbelievably record-breaking careers that they had, and to say, well, without Brady, no, right? I know it. So maybe they lose 3 more games a year without Brady, but Belichick is, you can't take that away from him either.
No, exactly. I always loved the argument, like, is it Brady or Belichick? Because people would take opposite sides of it just to make a point. Like the same guy on TV would say, you say something nice about Brady. No, Brady just had Belichick, and then you'd say something about Belichick. No, he just had Brady. How about if the Patriots had drafted Tim Rattay in 2000, they're probably not winning Super Bowls, but they might have developed Tim Rattay. Subsequently, if Brady got drafted by the Jets
or the Bears or something,
he might never see the field, and if he does, he might have gotten coached like Jets quarterbacks.
Yeah. So can't we just love them both equally and have that be the end of it? Jesus.
I'll just say this. I think ultimately what happened in Brady's timeline this year was that story came out about him doing the little dalliance with the Dolphins, and Giselle went, "What? You were talking to the Dolphins? Like, what? You didn't?" So they know, the owner knows, Brian Flores knows. You might discuss it with your wife, like the dog knows that you're making these plans, but I don't. So I think that was like the last straw with her. Just my theory, but it was one of the reports out there, and every report about them having trouble in their marriage turned out to be 100% accurate.
Yeah, we want more details, though. Hey, I lost some money on the game. Obviously, you can tell by the way I'm talking about this thing. I lost a little bit of money. I even had him teased up to like 9-point spread. He couldn't get it done against the Dallas Cowboys. But if you want to make a bet on a game, remember this, and remember this only. Bet Online remains your number one source.
What was that?
It's your number one source for all your sports betting this season. Everything from the NFL playoffs, which are in progress, of course, to the pro and college basketball ranks, UFC. You can bet on that. Did you know that? And MMA, which stands for Mama. You'll find the latest odds, team matchup info, player news. You'll find all the game trends at Bet Online. And once you get through that, you've done your reading for the night. With live betting options, free contests, live scores, and refreshments for everyone, almost every sport or game imaginable is on BetOnline. It's truly the fastest and easiest way to bet all your favorite leagues and events. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to join and receive your 50% welcome bonus. And Ben Kitchen is here to tell us just how to get that 50% welcome bonus. Ben, what do you do?
You type in CLNS 50.
What is it again?
CLNS 50.
Clinus?
CLNS 50.
Cleanus? Use the promo code CLNS50. You'll get your rewards. And remember that betonline.ag is where the game starts.
What is that?
It's where the game starts, everybody.
We only have one special effect.
I know.
I don't know if you've noticed
It's
that.
never been used before by any other broadcaster. Let me ask you guys a question. Are you familiar with the term emotional hedge?
No.
It's when, let's say, there's a team that you're emotionally attached to, in this case, the Patriots, and if they lose, it's going to be devastating for you. It's just going to cut your heart out. So you bet against them so that at least should they lose,
it won't be so painful.
Yeah. Now, how would you bet a Tom Brady game? Like, where are you emotionally with this guy? Would you bet for him because
he's Tom Brady?
Because you want to see him win, or would you vote against him because if he loses? I'm sorry, I got it backwards. Would you? Do you root for him to lose, and therefore you would put money on him in order to,
I've always found it difficult in the last 20 years to bet against Tom Brady, no matter what.
Yeah.
I just think it's a stupid bet. Now, sometimes it isn't, but and lately with this team, I don't like this Tampa Bay situation he's in there. I just don't care for. I think the coach is dumb.
Do you get the feeling I did that last night that was a see you later?
Yes.
Goodbye. Yeah.
It felt eerily similar to the end of 2019, did it not?
Yeah, except he had those comments afterwards about it. I just want to thank everybody for all that you've done for me. It was like say goodbye without saying that you're saying goodbye,
Yeah,
but he was definitely saying goodbye. With us, he didn't even give us. He gave us the Irish exit. He didn't even give us the. It's not you, it's me. He just bailed.
But his cadence, his expression.
He's 45.
Yeah, just something.
46.
Is he?
He'll be 46
Not yet.
this
August.
coming season.
I think August 3rd.
Yeah.
He's like Benjamin Button.
Really?
Well, except in his case, it's plastic surgery that keeps doing it.
Speaking of buttons,
Yeah.
I was going to start a bar called the G Spot,
Really?
but I was afraid no one would be able to find it. Here, light this, Ben.
There it is.
Now let's talk about something other than football, just for fun. Because Jerry Thornton can talk about anything.
Serious?
Anything. What was that?
So we're going to discuss my other areas of expertise.
Yes.
Geopolitics?
Heidegger's being in time and phenomenology and...
No, we're not going to discuss any of that shit because I don't even know what the hell that is.
I do have a quiz.
You do?
It's something that might put
you want to do
guys...
it now, or you want to do James Taylor? We got choice. We can do
James
both.
Taylor?
Is it one of those ones out of Cosmo?
No. This
Well,
is,
I get to find out about my sex drive?
it's like a general
How
knowledge
compatible
quiz.
are you with Bill?
I do my chef on
Which
South Park.
Spice Girl are you?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, you're a ginger.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. James
You're so
Taylor.
sporty.
Spen's over there dicking around. He has one job.
I thought we were doing this quiz. I don't know what's going on. Everyone's yelling.
These are 22 tricky questions,
See, I told you.
general knowledge tests.
Okay, let's go.
On topics from history to food.
He peckerhead.
So stand by.
Ben's a peckerhead.
Question.
What did I do?
Hold on.
Your head's a pecker.
Oh.
Question number 1.
Is that tough?
This is true or false?
Go ahead. True.
Is North America the largest continent by landmass?
No.
Hell no.
False.
Jerry?
Hell no.
Ben?
False.
You are all correct.
It's Asia.
Very good. Yeah, I didn't say what it was.
Oh, it's Asia.
No, all right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Which
question
is also a great album by Steely Dan.
number 2. What material is a David of Michelangelo made of?
Marble.
Hold on. Stone. You have to be sure. Stone, marble, ivory, iron.
Marble.
Marble.
Yeah. La Pieta.
Stand by. You're correct. Marble. Okay, so they get a little more difficult as we proceed.
Right. So far, this is the Jeopardy $100 question.
I've posed for statues nude.
But with multiple choice.
Notice how they all had really tiny junk. All those guy statues when their junk was hanging, this little tiny little thing.
No, it looks huge to my.
Speaking of which,
looks huge by my standards.
Right.
I don't know how many you've seen.
Ron Jeremy, by the way, speaking of big, large junk, they just proclaimed that he is unfit to stand trial for all of his rapes.
Oh man.
Excuse me. Put that out.
Now let me ask you this question. What is the rigid outer section of the Earth called? Is it the stratosphere?
Crust.
Is it the atmosphere, the heliosphere, or the lithosphere? The outer,
the
crust.
the
atmosphere.
rigid outer section of our planet. What is it called?
The
Stratosphere,
Earth's crust.
atmosphere, heliosphere, or lithosphere?
It's stratosphere.
No,
No, it's atmosphere.
because he's talking about the what was the adjective you used for that outer layer? We're talking about
Rigid?
Rigid.
rigid. Okay, none of those things are rigid.
Ribbed for her
I'm
pleasure.
saying it's going to be the lithosphere because it's where we get lithium from.
See that?
What is it?
Jerry is correct. That's critical thinking, Jerry.
We didn't think that through, and the question was very dicey.
And what was Ron Jeremy's widely used nickname?
The Hedgehog.
The Hedgehog.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
by the way, he's not fit for anything. Never mind, not fit for trial.
No, he's a mess
for humanity.
But you know what, though? Here's the thing. There was a porn movie where he performed fellatio on himself. Honest to God.
That's talent.
Well, I'm just telling you how gross that is. He's gross. Yeah, he's disgusting.
Yeah, but if you could.
That makes it a whole different thing.
I'd stay home all day.
All right, well, give me another quiz question.
All right, here it is.
These are hard questions.
Why do you think I got my lowest ribs removed?
James.
Acute angles. Acute angles.
Thank you.
Yes.
Are angles that have how many degrees? Here's the answers. Exactly 180. Exactly 360. More than 180. Less than 90.
Less than 90.
Less than 90. Let's
That's
check
so
the
easy.
answers. Stand by, please.
I got acute angles over
They're
here.
so little. They're so cute.
Less than 90.
You know,
Less
the
than
angle
90
of the
is correct.
dangle is inversely proportionate to the heat of the meat.
All right. Which creature moves in huge groups
The Pythagorean
on
theorem.
Christmas Island?
Reindeer.
Which creature moves
Penguins.
in huge groups on Christmas Island?
Penguins.
Is it the Alaskan king crab?
Canoes.
Is it the peacock spider? Is it the sea turtle? Or is it the red crab?
Where do crabs crawl
The
around
turtle.
on you, Mike?
It's the turtle. It's the turtle.
You think it's the turtle?
Yes.
Jerry?
I'm going to go with the red crab.
Ben?
I'll go with the red crab.
And the answer is
Turtle.
red crab.
You
We're
guys.
crushing it. Ben and I.
Can I just say something? I got that palindrome for you now. You reminded me of it. What kind of animals? You know what an emu is?
Yeah.
Okay, here's my palindrome. Emus sail, I assume.
One more time.
Emus sail, I assume. That's a fucking palindrome. And it's new. New to you, new to you, new to you. New to me like my new car.
I don't like that one.
You know there are people who can write paragraph length.
Oh, we've done it on
palindromes.
the. We've
Yeah.
gone through some of those on
Yeah.
the show. It's ridiculous.
One time we
insane.
did 47 of our 48-minute podcast just talking in palindromes.
Question number 9.
No one fucking listens.
If a doctor plans to specialize in nephrology, what will
Dead
he
people.
or she be treating? Nephrology.
Dead people.
No, I got
Is
that.
the
Treats
answer
dead people.
stomach, lungs, legs, or kidneys?
Ooh, I've got it wrong.
Nephrology?
Nephrology. Nephrology.
I thought that nephrophilia.
Well, I guess
don't know.
you're wrong about that
She
because
was
the answer
Egyptian
is
queen, nephrology.
the answer is
It's
kidneys.
Nefertiti.
Kidneys.
Kidneys.
Great.
Imagine, okay, Mike, you're going to win $10,000. This is the question.
Okay, here we go.
True or false? Zeus is known as the king of gods in Greek.
True.
Yeah.
Zeus.
Well,
I thought he was a rapper.
No, he was the king of the Olympians.
He was still the chief god. He was like Hercules' dad.
Yeah,
And,
but- But
Seriously?
they came from the Titans.
Once again,
Titans came from.
Jerry Thornton gets the correct answer.
It's all fake. Those weren't even real gods.
going.
well, I'm not standing next to you.
They sound like
you start disrespecting a guy who throws fire bolts from the sky.
Fuck him. No, you know what? Here's seriously.
Blasphemer.
You ever notice rappers don't have normal names? Was there ever going to be a rapper named, Ed or something like that?
Lover.
Jimmy? No. Rappers have names like
I guess your quiz is over.
L-I-L.
I think the quiz is over.
Oh, wait. You have more questions?
Of course I do.
Okay, because I have
You know
no
what
more
Bill's
answers.
is, Lil Quizmaster?
What financial crisis spread throughout virtually the entire world, affecting the U.S., Canada, and much of Europe, South Africa, and Asia?
The Great Depression.
FTX?
The plague? The Black Plague?
Ben is correct.
Okay.
What is it? What did you say?
It
Not the
was-
tulip collapse
The Great
in Holland?
Depression?
The actual Great
was a thing.
Depression.
1620 or
No,
whatever.
you're depressing me, Smitty, with
There's
these
a waste of
questions.
time, this quiz.
But
Jesus.
it's depressing to mention depressions.
It's too easy for such a group of eclectically brilliant people here.
Jerry, I think you're onto something.
Okay, which of these is not a real rapper's name? Lil TJ, Lil Wayne, Lil penis or 50 Cent?
I go for Lil Penis.
Correct.
Yeah.
See, you're 1 for 1.
Because his actual
What
name
about-
is Lil Dicky.
Who was?
I'm not joking.
What about
That's serious.
Yeah, but see, that's different then. That's not a little penis.
the Patriots had Lil Jordan Humphreys this year? Lil. But the apostrophe
that?
was in an odd place. It was
didn't
like
make
L-I-L apostrophe.
Right.
Jordan. It wasn't
No,
L-I apostrophe L.
It confused me.
I got a
It
quiz
was
for
like,
you maniacs.
Is
All
the Lil
three.
possessive of Jordan?
I got a quiz for all three of you.
What is your quiz?
Let's see if you can name in order
I told you that one effect.
Jennifer Lopez's lovers.
In order.
Yeah, they're famous lovers. I mean, we don't know
Like
who
how she ranked them?
no, how we don't know who she did
Okay,
in high school. I'm
let's-
talking about when she became notable.
Can we go backwards? Ben Kitchen.
Yes. That was when she was a fly girl.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She was.
She unzipped
the
your
best
fly.
Okay, so I can go from P. Diddy.
No, he wasn't first.
No, I know, but I can go from, let me see, P. Diddy, Ben Affleck, Mark Antony,
Alex Rodriguez.
Ben Affleck.
Alex Rodriguez.
1 or 2.
Back to Ben Affleck.
What about Drake? You left Drake out.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
Oh, see. You know what Alex Rodriguez and Jennifer Lopez saw in each other? Well, they had a common Latino background and a lot of money between the two of them. Ben Affleck, 2. I'm going backwards now. Ben Affleck, 2. Alex Rodriguez, March of 2017. Drake before that. Mark Anthony before that. Ben Affleck, 1 before that. Some guy named Chris Judd. I guess he was a dancer
He was the
or
background dancer. Yeah,
something
yeah.
like
that was
that.
after P. Diddy.
Was he related to the Judds?
Sure. What's her name's dead?
Yeah, that's
The
right.
mother.
Yeah. Killed herself, shot herself.
They had a brother too. Pud Judd. He was the he played drums.
They didn't talk about him much.
Now, the first the P Diddy thing the first time around. Remember that had a little bit of bad news. She was dragged into the courts with P Diddy over a weapons and drugs charge and a bribery trial. Remember that?
Yeah.
Where he tried to hide the gun like in J-Lo's ass when the cops pulled him over or something like that.
How'd they ever find it?
That's it. That's why it got dismissed. Before that, this guy's Casper Smart. Now you say who? Well, Casper Smart and Lopez dated.
Casper Smart.
He was 17 years younger than her.
She's going for the.
I wonder
the
if she-
veal.
Why do I know that name?
If you look back, I wonder which would these people made her the happiest.
Well, obviously it wasn't Casper. It was really okay. According to Smart, it was really professional for a very long time before anything ever happened, and then it just spontaneously happened. I guess the chemistry was there. You can't fight it. They split in 2014 amid reports that Smart had been allegedly sexting with 2 transsexual models.
Oh, jeez. Oh. That bastard.
What the hell?
Your point being,
I just wanted to know how you guys felt about all that because she's been busy and you know what, I can say this without any fear of her suing me or anything.
Well, she might.
I think she's a slut.
Oh. Well, that's your opinion, isn't it?
Look at the record.
I think Jamie Foxx from his stand-up days at a Joker. I remember J-Lo back when she was just, hey ho.
she is interesting in that she's a 5-tool player, but she's not.
At least looks like
She's
about 8 or
played with
9 of
5
them.
tools.
Hey now, but she's not the best at any of it.
Right.
Is she the best singer? No.
Nope.
She's the best like a R&B star? No.
Nope.
The best looking woman? No.
Nope.
But she checks every box. She's like the 3rd to 5th best in every category
Yeah,
that you can.
so she's
you
made
can
the
put her.
most out of really not having any
So she's-
particularly.
She's
you're
not the
saying
dancer
talent.
that say
You're saying
Shakira
she's
is.
well-rounded.
She's a part of the culture.
Is that another butt joke?
Her rumpus room, yeah, it's
dare you.
well-rounded.
She's got maybe the 3rd to 5th best behind.
Speaking of well-rounded,
Whose is better?
I think I'd be into Shakira's more.
Jerry.
She's available.
Who else in that world?
are we really going to talk about girls' asses on a podcast? Do you think that's
Can
appropriate?
you just give us a minute, please? Trying to finish this.
Yeah,
Adults are talking over here, Mike.
we're just
Adults are
Rihanna.
talking.
Rihanna.
Fair enough. All right, you may resume, Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. James Taylor. Ladies and gentlemen, let me try that again. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. James Taylor. Thank you. Thank you very much. Whenever I see your smiling face, I have to smile myself because I love you. Oh, yes, I do. When you give me that pretty little pout, I pull my pecker out. There's something about you, baby, I don't know. Isn't it amazing a man like me can feel this way? Tell me how much longer I can go on without a lay. Oh, how much longer? Thought I was in love a couple of times before with the whore next door. It's long before I met you. Now I'm sure that I won't forget you. I paid her $50. I can't do it. I no longer have the voice.
I mean, that's it. Your impersonation of James Taylor has failed.
Shit.
Now, if James Taylor had sung it that way, maybe he would have become something.
He might have had a hit. He might have had a hit with it. I did meet Carly Simon one time. I played in a celebrity softball game for 92. 90. What was the FM station? BOS.
BOS, yeah.
92.9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
92.9.
I can tell I never worked there because I can't remember the frequency of the. But they had a celebrity softball game, and Carly Simon sang the national anthem to open it up. And on my team as the pitcher was. Who's the lawyer? Dershowitz. Alan Dershowitz was the pitcher. And he insisted on pitching. And guess what, Thornton? He sucked at pitching.
Shocking.
He sucked. Jeez. He gave up more runs, and we had Ben Orr in left field from the Cars.
Hold on. Hey, Alan Dershowitz, Mike Adams said you sucked.
Yeah, sue me. Anyway.
He's a good pitcher, though. Come on, admit it.
No, he was awful. And he wouldn't. He says, I have to pitch. He goes, I'm not doing any of the positions.
Well, it had to be fun.
Okay. Jesus Christ, on a mountain.
Did he at least throw strikes?
No. Once
he threw the OJ trial.
When he finally got over the plate, they hammered it somewhere far. He sucked.
When Carly Simon sang the national anthem, did you think that song was about you?
As it turns out, I was right. When she said, I bet you think this song is about you. And I guess since I'm saying you were right to think that, right? Whoever it was about.
Well, yeah.
It's like, you're so vain. I bet you think this song is about you. And the guy goes, and I would be right.
I always thought you said, I bet you think this song's about Jews.
I met James.
Hearing it wrong for a long time.
I met James. James was very friendly, very nice.
James Taylor was?
Yeah, very normal guy, real nice guy.
Yeah. He seems like he would be
his
nice
brother
guy.
Livingston is a lot of fun.
And Kate, his sister.
He looks like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And Kate, his sister's nice too, right? They got to put the whole family in there.
Yep.
From your days on Martha's Vineyard with all of those folks.
By the way, if people want to get in touch with you, Mikey, they can write to planetmikeypodcast@gmail.com. Is that correct? Just
don't have them right while I'm busy.
How about on Twitter, @PlanetMikey? Just like that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Or
they can just go to his house.
I got to mention something about my friends at Pro Automotive. Not only did they fix my car, my new one, my 08, Grand Marquis, but they fixed the 06 Grand Marquis that I've been using for about 75,000 miles as America's greatest Lyft driver. They fixed that car up. My wife's Mazda SUV, they fixed that. They take care of all my cars at Pro Automotive. Why? Because I trust them implicitly with every single thing that has to do with the cars.
Do you have like a fleet?
A fleet?
Of cars?
Oh, no. I only have the 3. But they're really, really good is what I'm trying to get at. They have certified technicians. Jason Russo, who runs the operation, he's been there for 20 years. He's a professional guy. He cares about his customers, and I love the place. And now I'm so happy with that new car.
Well, apparently they've shown their expertise with an older model car.
I got to tell everybody, you're not going to get any surprises with Pro Automotive. They put the Pro back in Pro Automotive.
Well, hold on. What was that?
They're good, is what I'm saying. Pro Automotive with 3 locations, 2 in Webster. One of them is at South Main Street, 626. That's like the main drag. And then the one I went to today to pick up my car, 8 Englewood Street, in Webster, Massachusetts. And I got to say hi while I'm at it to Neil, who took care of my car over there on Englewood Street. And they also have a location at 199 Oxford Avenue in Dudley. ProAutomotiveMA.com is the website. Check it out. And you know, and I know, and Thornton knows, I would never endorse any business or product that I didn't fully believe in, because it would make me look like an asshole if I wasn't right about that.
That's right.
And that's not a word I usually use in professional commercial copy, asshole. But these guys are great. Pro Automotive, 3 locations. They have my highest recommendation. Go there, tell them Mikey sent you, and they'll fix your car.
Have you given the Grand Marquis a name yet?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, but I'm not going to tell you what it is yet.
If you called it Bismarcky, then that would be a rapper name as well as the name of a car.
I'm going to no. You know what I'm going to go? Yeah. Marquis Mark. That's my car. That's what I'm going to.
You'll only listen to that one song.
Marquis Mark. Yeah.
Good vibrations.
When you turn it on, it sounds black, and it is a black Grand Marquis Mark.
Wow.
Whatever happened to the Funky Bunch? Do you think he stays in touch with them when he's making those awful movies where he turns himself
they were the
into the
inspiration
real life hero?
Entourage.
Yeah. He's the guy who
wasn't he in underpants? Didn't he wear underpants a lot in the movies he was in? Because I never really saw
the videos he did.
So he was
exactly.
Calvin Klein or something? He was a Calvin Klein model.
Oh,
he was having fun.
Oh, he was ripped.
Yeah.
And as far as rapper names go, my favorite is Sir Mix-a-Lot because I liked him back before he was knighted by the Queen.
Right. And
when he was just Mix-a-Lot, and I don't know where he is in line of succession to the throne now that she's gone, but
did she?
He's Lord Mix-a-Lot now.
Yeah, that's a good reason to like somebody.
Does he come up in that book that Harry wrote?
Nothing. He talks about his junk enough. You know? That's the only thing that would come up in something Harry wrote.
Oh my God! How about the thing he said where he got his penis was frostbitten or as he called it, his todger.
His todger.
Great word, by the way, for it.
My todger was frozen.
And someone gave him some cream that he was putting on it, and he said it was his mother's favorite cream.
As soon as
he felt like she was there in the room with him. Okay, there's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah, there is. And he said it just so matter-of-factly.
I mean, we've all...
So he jerked off with his mother's cream? Is that what
yes,
you just
and
told me?
thought about her while he was doing it. I mean, who among us hasn't done that once in a while? I mean, with his mom, not with our own.
I think I'm going to puke.
Yeah, imagine he hands in the manuscript for the book, and they're just going, it's lacking a little something. Needs a little pizzazz. We need a hook. How about you cranking one out with your mom's Vaseline or whatever?
Well, the sex life of a royal just doesn't it don't jive.
Her 30-year-old Vagisil.
Princess Diana. The reason Princess Diana found out not all rulers are 12 inches. It's a true story. I have now we have a podcast called 15 Minutes of Shame. I have some material here, but I think it really is more fitting in the 15 Minutes of Shame portion of the program.
Is this sort of like a compelling tease for?
But I wanted to ask. Yes, I want to tease the 15 Minutes of Shame podcast. Now, at 15 Minutes of Shame, just so you know. Hold on, let's get a picture here, a selfie. Ready? Ben, move over here. Okay. No, over here.
Get in. Bring it in for the real thing.
This is going to be tweeted out. This picture, Thornton.
This is Jerry Thornton.
Ready?
That's right.
Let's do the thumbs up. Okay. Bunch of turds we are.
Pure cheese. That was a beautiful picture.
There was an NHL diversity convention. Did you hear about this?
No.
In Florida. And DeSantis came out and said, this is stupid. Here's what it was. They had a little rule. They want to have an NHL to hire people, whatever. Participants must be 18 years of age or older, based in the U.S., and identify as female, black, Asian Pacific Islander, Hispanic, Latino, Indigenous, LGBTQIA+, and or a person with a disability. So this was the people that they were excluding white people. Now, it's hockey. Aren't you kind of ruining your talent pool a little bit if you exclude white people from a hockey diversity convention? I mean, is it me?
Look to us for a comment.
Is it me though? I mean, it's like
I don't
really?
give a shit.
Wait, let me ask you a question then. I'll rephrase the whole thing.
What is your question?
How many hockey players do you know that are either Indigenous, Hispanic, Latino, Black, Asian Pacific, female, or LGBTQIA+.
All right, there was
now answer
that goalie that played like 6 games or something.
Okay.
Yeah. Until she got high sticked in the crease.
From Mighty Ducks to Julie the Cat.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
Anson Carter.
That's 3.
What was the defensive player up in Montreal forever, then went to Nashville? I think he just retired.
Well, Grant Fuhrer. I mean, but
His brother played goalie
even,
for the Bruins, like Providence.
But isn't that like,
Rask was as an elf?
Isn't that like having an NBA diversity convention and disallowing black men? I mean, isn't that kind of like it's hockey, right? Am I wrong about this?
Well, I'm all about celebrating diversity in all its forms in every sport. So we're going to start with the Boston Marathon, the top 10 finishers. Going to start getting a couple of, middle-aged, out-of-shape guys from Weymouth, like myself.
Rolling Thunder.
Yeah, exactly. Look, the great thing about sports is it's a meritocracy.
It is, and that's fine. But they're having this organized thing, and they're saying everybody can come to this except white people.
Well, it has historically been difficult for white people to get into hockey.
but to tell them they can't go to this, I mean, I just find it disgusting, and I think it's reverse of discrimination of some sort.
What were we talking about?
See, I lost you, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That's it. This is terrible.
It happens every time you wear that little beanie hat.
Diversity?
Yeah, what's going to happen
It's
next?
an old Civil War ship. Right?
Are we going to now say that, I don't know, nerds can't play Quidditch? That college lacrosse is going to start discriminating against douchebags?
Okay, well, here's another topic that fits into this discussion.
I identify as a douchebag.
Turtle Boy, you're aware of Turtle Boy. He's pretty good on Twitter. Aiden Kearney, right?
Is he a turtle or a boy?
Yeah. Well, once he comes out of his shell, we'll find out.
He's got to stick his neck out first.
Okay, so he tweeted this.
He had that chambered up.
Yeah, he did.
We have a Brookline High School coach, Mike DeYoung, celebrating his girls' team, track team, 4x200 victory this weekend at the Reggie Lewis Center. They had a track meet. The Brookline girls won the relay. And then Turtle Boy says, pretty easy when one of your runners is a boy. Good job, coach. And it shows a picture of them. And sure enough, there's 3 girls. It's a girls' track team. And this guy who is, I guess, identifying as a girl.
It's a lot easier to win a race when you have 3 legs.
Lila, Chloe, Charlotte, and Thalia are the four people. And I looked it up because I thought to myself, well, how much faster are high school boys than girls? Now, the fastest high school girls mile, I ran the mile in track in high school, and my best time was 4 minutes and 40 seconds. The best high school time in Massachusetts in 2022 was 4:49, 9 seconds slower than Mikey, who smoked a pack of Marlboros every single day when I ran track. And I wasn't a star. I was the 3rd best miler on my high school team. I had a guy on my team, 4:22. One was 4:32, and I was 4 minutes and 40 seconds.
That's because you smoked, damn it.
Okay, but
Jeez.
But that's not even the point. The point is, of course, boys are faster than girls, and of course they won if they have a boy running on their relay. Yeah. And of course, it's not fair to the other team, which are made up of all girls, or even the team that this guy's on. It's not fair.
What's the female record for running the mile? Do you know?
Well, in the country or in Massachusetts?
In Massachusetts.
Well, it's 4. Well, the fastest time this year is 4:49. That's what I was able to find. Okay. And I did some serious research on this. I had to look at the results of every track meet in the entire Commonwealth.
5-second Google search.
Took me minutes to get that information. But what do you think of that? Should men be allowed, period? They should have a law that says if you're a biological male, you can't compete.
I don't think they should even let women allowed to play sports, so... I mean, let's just roll it all the way back.
Wow.
It's got to cut into their baking time.
I think
how are they doing our washing when they're out?
Those shirts ain't going to clean themselves.
Yeah, they're changing the vacuum cleaner bag.
Oh, my God.
This is just reprehensible. Look, I draw the line here that if we're in our foursome and we're about to tee off and we've made our wagers, you can't then say, I'm now female, and then start playing from the forward tees.
Right, that's right.
The red tees.
You know, yeah, I mean, look, Caitlyn Jenner is still the same 5 handicapper that the aforementioned Bruce Jenner was. Sorry, you gotta play from the back tees. You're still 10 times the golfer anybody I know is.
It's just, I don't know what's going on in this world. I'm having a hard time understanding it, and it's happening too fast.
And it's consistent, too.
It's okay. You'll be dead soon.
Something just keeps changing.
Is Mike about to come out to us? Like, he's talking about confusion. He's been talking about listen. You're among friends.
No, I'm not confused about myself. I'm confused about what the fuck is going on with everybody else. Jesus. It's everybody else, Jerry Thornton. It's not me.
It's not me. It's them.
I'm perfectly. Look at. You can say what you want about me, but I'm at least pretty normal.
And you can't change that.
And you can't. Nice segue.
That is true.
Did you notice how he segued into the last song of the Joe and Jerry Hour here? Jerry Thornton,
absolutely
everybody.
Love it. You guys are pros.
He's a huge. Jerry Thornton's a huge presence on Twitter. We love the guy. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
Oh, appreciate it. Oh, always.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Jerry Thornton. For Ben Kitchen and Bill Smith, I'm Mike Adams. Now, time for Joe and Jerry. Honey, I'll always love you. I promise I'll always love you. Because I think the whole world of you. And you can't change that. No.
There's nothing you can do or say, Joe. I thought about this for many a day. My mind's made up to feel this way, and you can't change that.
How? You're the only one I love, and you can't change that. And change my diaper. You're the only one I need.
And you can't change that either, Joe.
That's yours!
You're the only one I love, and you can't change that.
Oh, you're the only one I need, baby. And you can't change that either.
This song blows, Joe.
Sucks ass.
It's a piece of shit.
Don't forget, Ray Parker Jr. had a hit with it in the 80s.
Fuck him.
You can change the color of your hair, change the underwear, but you'll never change the way I care.
No, you can't change that.
'Cause you're the only one I love. At least that's what I say to you privately.
You're the only one I need, Joe, and you can't change that.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Run, Joe. Run for the door.
That piece of shit. Who chooses the music on this?